For centuries, royals have set fashion trends rather than followed them. Fashion is a language, and clothing provides another insight into what a person wants to be said about them, and how they're feeling about themselves. Today I'm exploring this juxtaposition of Meghan Markle's style before and after she left the royal family, and considering what her clothes might be saying now after several commercial flops. Hi, I'm Hannah, and today we're discussing Meghan Markle's use of her slicked-backed bun and muted colors to consider how her fashion plays a role in the narrative she's pushing, how it compares to other royal women, and what we too can do to leverage this power as classically feminine women. Welcome to The Swish, where together we explore royal trends, traditions, and lifestyles for an elegant and inspired life. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Hi everyone, this week we saw Meghan Markle step out for the first time in a while, wearing denim jeans and a white top. And this made me think a lot about her quote from her Harry and Meghan documentary, where she said that she was forced to wear beige and blah colors while a part of the royal family, and that she never got to wear the amazing colors that she wanted. But ever since she's left the royal family, her style hasn't really fit that narrative. Meghan's hired a new stylist, and I don't think it's giving her the results that she's wanted. So let's dive into it. If you're looking for classically feminine styles to reignite your wardrobe this summer, I have been researching all of Princess Catherine's style designs. I love to find styles at all different price points that reflect the styles of the Princess of Wales and other royals and classically feminine women that we love. So go take a look and reignite your wardrobe right now. I am updating it every month or so, so as August comes about, we're about to have a new update. So go take a look at those designs before they're gone. I have included a couple fun things that I really love, and I would love to hear your feedback on what you think. So just click the link in the description or go to theswishcompany.com/store. Just this week, Prince George celebrated his 11th birthday. He looks so grown up in his suit jacket and his smile, and it was somewhat unsurprising that Meghan Markle stepped out with the father of the bride actress and was wearing blue jeans and a white top. Now, this is a pretty standard American style. However, this is something that we've seen Princess Diana wearing, and so I'm a little bit suspicious based off of all the things that Meghan has worn. Not only that, but she wore a Dior handbag that was named after her late mother-in-law and a 15,000-pound necklace. Now, it seems that Meghan is leaning into this color scheme and trying to establish herself that way, especially because of her American Riviera Orchard branding, which is totally the same color scheme. Not a lot of creativity there. Oftentimes people who want to look old money wear the more muted colors. I guess I'm wearing these today, but that's pure coincidence. But there's one thing about classic style that does align with the old money trend right now, and that is that we don't wear a lot of brands. We aren't flashy wearing Dior or Coco Chanel everywhere, unless that's intentional for a Barbie premiere or something like that. That's simply a part of old money. It's the difference between the rich and the very rich. They don't flounce around designers acting like they know them and simply using it for clout's sake. Of course, these brands are worn by the rich and famous, but they don't wear them because they want to be rich and famous. And that's where I see a bit of the distinction here. We've never seen Queen Camilla, Duchess Sophie, Princess Catherine, or even Princess Diana flounce around with huge logos, and that's because they wear the clothes, not the clothes wearing them. And it seems that this is a little bit different in Meghan Markle's circumstance. In Meghan's only commercial success, Harry and Meghan on Netflix, she talked about how she wasn't allowed to wear colors because that would either clash with higher ranking royals or it would make her look more in the spotlight than the others. So instead, Meghan has left the royal family, and look at these photos. I went back and looked at all the most recent appearances of what Meghan has worn. It's white, it's black, it's gray, it's tan, or some shade of brown, and then I think there's 2 or 3 red dresses. And they were primarily worn on the Nigerian tour, which makes sense because she was in Nigeria. But one reason that Meghan might be wearing these kinds of clothes is, frankly, because they're trendy. And I want to talk about Meghan Markle and trends for just a moment. Since leaving the royal family, she's worn a very slicked back bun, which is very much in style right now, but not necessarily for women in her age group. And I think she's really leaned into things that she feels are trending. And this is where I feel there is a miss. See, trends are helpful, but they don't work for everyone. This is how many people choose to stay relevant, through the slick back buns, the wide-legged pants, the big blazers, the boxy outfits. Fashion trends simply aren't made for everyone. And that's something that classically feminine women have to come to accept. By thinking that simply wearing the latest trends is going to get you high accolades and looking like a superstar is not actually the reality most of the time. That's not to say don't follow trends at all, but have your own personal style and do that first and foremost. And that's what I think that Audrey Hepburn and Grace Kelly and Princess Catherine have done so well. Recently, color season theory has been a really popular thing. If you don't know what that is, that's where they take your colors and put them on your face and see which one makes your coloring pop the most. And people are surprised by what they think actually makes them look good and then the reality of these kinds of tests. So I frankly would be really interested to see what Meghan Markle's colors are, because I highly doubt it's this nude, white, black color. She has so much olive in her skin and that beautiful dark hair. Now, Meghan's beautiful. Let me just say that. I know people out there don't like her, but she's truly a beautiful person physically. Now, otherwise, there are some questions, but I do think she has some beautiful features, and she should probably elevate these by getting an actual color theory test done on her so she can figure out what makes her look best. If she's simply dressing that way because she thinks that it looks like old money, then that's not the best route. By leaning into trends for trend's sake, she's not making the moves that she thinks that she's making. And often it has the opposite effect of what she's trying to convey. This frankly often happens because her clothes are ill-fitting, wrinkled, and bustling at the sides because she doesn't know how to wear clothes appropriately. It's really important to dress in a way that radiates your confidence, but is also based in classical principles that you can make your own and run with. And that's actually the elegance law of symmetry, where you take principles and rearrange them and creatively make them your own however you want. If you want to learn more about that, click the link in the description. I have a free ebook all about the 4 principles of elegance. It's important to always dress in a way that you feel confident and you feel your best. And just because something is elegant or based in the elegant principles of symmetry, it doesn't mean that you actually are going to feel your best in that. And it might actually affect your personality if you aren't feeling confident in that way. And since leaving the royal family, she has hired a stylist to help her with her look. And since then, we've seen a bit of a change with Meghan's looks. However, they all are very, very similar. Very muted, almost Dune premiere-like. If you remember that movie that came out recently, it was very similar to the types of looks that we were seeing coming from that cast on their premiere tour. Now, she's also begun to show some more skin. She has some interesting shapes. Her designer's name is Jamie Mizrahi. I think I'm saying that correctly. But she's dressed other people like Adele, like Jennifer Lawrence. She's a very high caliber designer. And the goal is to help Meghan Markle feel established as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, but frankly, I think that's all that Meghan has at the moment. Jamie's focus now on dressing Meghan Markle has been quoted to be using big fashion houses to help Meghan be, quote, commented on and remembered. Now, I think we're certainly commenting, but I don't know if we want to remember all of these. Some of them are very long, they're not fitted correctly, they're very boxy on her body shape, which, by the way, Beebs Kelly, she creates incredible videos about Meghan Markle. Go check out her channel because she does great analyses on how these types of designs don't necessarily help Meghan's body type. We all have totally different body types. Again, that's why trends don't work on every type. Now, there are still women that are inspiring us with their fashion and their elegance decades after they have passed. Women like Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, even Princess Diana. They all had inspiration from the times that they lived in, but they weren't driven by those trends. They took inspiration in elements like Diana's short hair, like the A-line dresses of the 50s and 60s for Audrey and Grace. They utilized the things that were already making moves in their time, but they also put their own spin on it with these principles of elegance and grace, and they are so timeless because of that. They wanted to pave their own path. Obviously, they had a lot of help with that, but they did so because they were tying themselves to something greater than themselves. And this is something that Princess Catherine has done. If you remember, she recently debuted bangs at the end of last year, which were subtly in vogue at the time with her curtain bangs. I don't think she's really had those as prominently in the few times that we've seen her recently, but she does utilize trends, but she makes them her own, and she has done an amazing job at that. Also, someone that I don't talk about a lot, Sarah, Duchess of York, Fergie, she stepped out this week for an amazing old Hollywood event where they raised tens of thousands of pounds for some amazing charities. She looked incredible. I'm going to show you some pictures here. She's really embracing some classic timeless styles here as well. So kudos to Fergie, she looks amazing. And I think she can teach some others in her family a little bit about this. Now, it may sound strange for someone of my generation to want to reject trends like this, because that seems like the main way to be a part of the conversation and to be seemingly someone of the times, but I actually think that through my research, there's so much more power to being against the trends or utilizing the trends to make them your own. We live in such an individualistic world where everyone wants to seemingly be on the cutting edge of something new, but by rooting yourself by something that is timeless, there's so much more power in that, I believe. And this is something that we see in Princess Catherine, and we see the juxtaposition there with Meghan Markle. The reality is that this is an important time for Meghan Markle to appear as a successful entrepreneurial woman who is doing it all on her own and doesn't need the royal family throughout her launch, or did it already launch? We don't really know. American Riviera Orchard, and also her new cooking show. And I believe that she's utilizing her clothing as a part of that to make her feel like she's established and that she's accomplished a commercial success at this point after so many flops. She wears these trends and utilizes fashion that really isn't good for her because she probably thinks she looks good in it, and she has big name celebrity designers that are telling her and affirming her that she looks good, and this is her last key to open some kinds of doors of success for her, so she has to look the part. By using classical principles that are timeless truths of elegance, you can look amazing in whatever you've been gifted. You can always be seen as someone respected, admired, thoughtful, without leaning into trends or acting like you have to play the part. I believe that it's really all inside that matters anyways. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite outfit from Princess Catherine is, or if you agree with me, if you think that this is kind of Meghan's last resort throughout these paparazzi shots. I'd also love for you to check out the Swish store if you want to upgrade your wardrobe before our August styles come in. These are styles from all over the internet that I found for every budget that reflect that amazing classically feminine style that we all love. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to click below and like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'd love to see you on the next video.